Hey Capricorn, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for August 1st, 2024. This is for Capricorn. Last shuffle here for Capricorn. Let's see what's up. So Capricorn, what we have here is a sacred temple, and we have intuition and manifestation. And so this would be a very auspicious time for, if you're not on the right path, you can make it the right path. Spirit's saying wherever you are is where you're meant to be. But if you are wanting to manifest something, your intuition is going, they want to talk to you about your intuition. Like you can feel, you can sense things, and they want you to tap into that so you can see that you're in the right place. If you really ask yourself, if you really sit and really, sit with yourself, you would see that you're in the right spot. You're where you're meant to be. Hanged Man and Ten of Swords. There's a perspective that needs to end. This is saying that the way you're thinking about things is what needs to stop. They're saying you're causing undue stress unto yourself. It's almost to the point where it's cruel. It's almost like cruel, like you're being cruel to yourself. Yeah, you need a change of, you need a fresh new perspective here. Sacred Temple is Hanged Man, Ten of Swords, the Star, Seven of Wands. They're saying that you're causing yourself to block your own blessings here, and a lot of it has to do with your perspective. Some of you may feel like you need to be very defensive. You may be worried about stability in this energy. You may feel like hopeless. They're saying you need to get out of that. That it's more so, it's your mentality and it's affecting your spiritual condition to where you can't even tap into your intuition. It's blocking your intuition. Thinking, I would say the thoughts that may come in would be thoughts of like, life is very hard. Success, where's my success? How come I'm not successful at this point? Where, who goes there? It's like you may be very suspicious of people. You may be concerned, worried about a certain level of success, the way that you think success is. It may be, this is completely blocking you. Completely blocking you. You're supposed to be celebrating right now. And Spirit is asking you to celebrate the end of the way that you're thinking. You need to be thinking on a more hopeful train. You need to be on that hopeful train, right? Intuition and manifestation with the Nine of Swords and the Six of Wands tells me that your fears are blocking your success. These are all spiritual things. Thoughts, though, that I'm seeing. Thoughts that are affecting your actions. And it's affecting your spiritual condition to the point where your intuition can't even show you where you're successful because you're so stressed out and worried and overanalyzing. They're saying you're being cruel to yourself. Capricorn, almost said Leo. Lord have mercy. Saying you're being cruel to yourself a little bit. Maybe shooting down everything. Like if your intuition says, but you're successful at that, but you did that, then your mind is saying, no, you're not. It's like blocking anything. You're supposed to be celebrating, Capricorn. There's something about the way you're thinking that needs to stop. You need to change it and be more hopeful about whatever it is you're in. The new begin. I can't make this up. They're talking about a whole new beginning, a new rejuvenated thoughts, new beginnings. Empress and Three of Wands. You can expect success to come towards you. Everything that you need is within you. Everything that you got is within you. The success is like your journey, your story, where you've come from, where you're going. That is the keys to your success. It's all within you. It's not in a piece of paper. It's not in like the struggle, right? It's not in the fight trying to get to where you think that you should be. It's not in overworking, right? You're not supposed, like, it shouldn't be a challenge. Everything should not be a challenge, right? You are blessed. I know I've told y'all this many times, and maybe there's some new people, but as the 12 tribes, right? biblically, right? You've got what, Manasseh, Ephraim, Judah, and Issachar. I can't pronounce the names properly, probably, but the tribe that governs over the sign of Capricorn is Asher. And if you look up the blessing Asher got from Isaac, was it from Isaac? Listen, my mind when it comes to the Mercury retrograde, I kind of like the names get all mixed up, and I apologize. But his blessing was that he never had to worry about having luxury, eating, things being stable for him. Look at the blessing of Asher. And so Spirit is saying to you, the new beginning is you need to be hopeful that everything that you need is already there for you. New beginnings of the Empress and the Three of Wands, you can expect it. You can expect prosperity. But you can't if you're always fighting against it. If your spirit is telling you, I'm seeing a spirit that's telling you, we are good, and you going, no, we're not, because this didn't happen and that didn't happen, and I'm still struggling. Well, you know what? If you look at it that way, I'm going to tell you, you struggle all the days of your life. You wake up, it's a struggle to breathe. It's an involuntary function that your body performs without your conscious effort, unless you make a conscious effort, right? But that in and of itself is a struggle, because what prompts your lungs to fill with air? Pain. That's why, fentanyl and all of these other blockers are so dangerous when taken too much of them, because it blocks the pain receptors in your brain. Oh, did I say brain and brain again? But it blocks the pain receptors for involuntary things, like your body it may be painful to stop breathing, but you can't feel that pain, so your body doesn't signal itself to breathe. And so Spirit's saying you will always struggle. If you look at life as a struggle, that's a struggle. Just basic stuff. So you woke up this morning, you're already victorious. And you got to learn to see it that way. For some of you, I don't think all of you have to think this way, because I know some jolly Capricorns, even though they are like, oh, they're so always so melancholy and so gloomy. And some, I guess they hide it. So my uncle is actually one of the funniest people I've ever met, Capricorn. Funniest. You understand funny? You will be on the ground all the time talking to this dude. All the time. And it always makes you feel special. It's unreal. And so there's someone out here who needs to hear that everything is, you can look at it as either it's always a struggle, or think everything in the spirit realm, that my body functions properly in certain ways, or that certain things happen for me, and stop feeling so hopeless, or thinking so hopeless is affecting the way you feel and your spiritual condition. Taking steps is the Eight of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. You're taking steps to get out of this, or this is your intention. Spirit saying you need to get, first of all of your fears, you need to get clarity on what is actually bothering you, what makes you feel like the life is worse than it really is, because that's what the Eight of Swords represents. It's analysis paralysis. This is something where a person sits and imagines all the bad things that could happen, and then it's so poignant in their life that they feel like it's real, right? To the point where you're sabotaging things because you're just sitting there staring off into space when you could be active. You could be working with what you got, which is what the Three of Pentacles is about, building with what you got. This is usually an apprentice. This person has learned enough to know that I can paint flowers. And when they paint these flowers enough, they develop their skills enough to where they're commissioning their own masterpieces. You know what I mean? It's like, take steps to, even albeit tiny steps, to get out of a place where you may be Forrest Gumping in a seat, staring off into space. Your intention is to remove these swords one by one. Usually that takes a lot of, for one, it takes courage for a lot of people to do. Two, it also requires you to get facts to back up your fears. Okay, well, I'm afraid that I'm going to be backstabbed. But what has told you out of the situation that you're in, that you're going to be backstabbed by this person. I'm afraid that I'm going to be struggling all my life. But what part of life has told you or made you feel like you are going to struggle? What are we not struggling in, Capricorn? That's where you start. What are we not struggling in? Okay, well, who's not backstabbing me? Oh, okay. Well, you know what I mean? Or why? What evidence do I have? And what is the evidence of a backstabber? And why do I feel this way? Break that stuff down, because they're saying your fears are blocking your blessings. All of these swords are screaming, I'm afraid, so I'm sabotaging a situation by not celebrating, by not looking within for answers, by not being hopeful. I'm being hopeless right now. Everything starts with hope in the mind. The mind, and from the mind, your spirit follows, your body follows. Your spirit's following your mind, and your mind is locked up in fears. You got to get out of this, man. Whoever I'm speaking to, you got to get out of this. You are highly blessed and favored, even in blessings, right? Even in blessings, they're telling Capricorn, you don't have to worry about anything, Capricorn. I wish I could find that scripture. I don't remember exactly where that scripture is, and it's probably in Genesis somewhere, right? Look up the blessing of Asher so you know what is really coming. That is the tribe that represents Capricorn. You could be dealing with a Pisces, an Aquarius, Taurus, or Libra. So you could be a Capricorn Aquarius cusp. If you're not dealing, or an Aquarius Pisces cusp, you could be dealing with. If you're not dealing with those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.